Friday. Happy Friday before Christmas. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you from wherever you are in the world. I, as you can see, am not in my usual place in the world, so I just wanted to join in your morning this morning just to say hello. I think I missed you last week. I was preparing for my travel and just getting a lot of things done for the holidays. Um, but I wanted to say hello. And if you are celebrating any winter holiday, whether it be Hanukkah, Christmas, winter solstice, anything at all, I am wishing you so much joy and so much happiness this holiday season. I have started something a little bit different for my holidays each year. Now that my kids are not little anymore, I try to take one last R&R for myself before I get started with the new year. And I think I may have shared with you a practice that I started many years ago, which was quarterly getaways. I feel like because of the work that I do, I really need this time to just be with myself, like to gather myself, to renew, refresh, reinvent, to continually prune away things that aren't working in my life, things that I just need time to process and things like this. So what I built in my own schedule in my life a couple of years ago was just quarterly getaways and things like this that have been really, really helpful, a really significant part of my self-care for myself. But this time, it was a little bit of R&R, but a little bit of research work as well. Now that I've gotten 2024's schedule figured out for my retreats and things like this and workshops and whatnot, now I'm working on the 2025 calendar. And though you may think, my gosh, you're already on 2025, we haven't even gotten through 2024. Well, in the retreat and travel world, in the wellness travel world, you really do have to plan that far out. You have to go visit places, you have to go see what they're about, you have to eat the food, you have to stay there, you have to sleep in the bed, because how can you bring someone to a place that you have never been? How can you say this is the place for you to design the life you deserve if you haven't been there yourself, right? So I deeply believe in only practicing what I preach and preaching only what I practice. So if I haven't done a thing, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to try to sell it to you or anyone else. So this trip was part rest, but also part research. Hey Renee, how are you? I'm so happy to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, this trip was part research, part R&R. And then when I have to do research, I always make sure that I do that at the front end of my trip so that the back end of my trip, I can really just take it all in and whatnot. So needless to say, I have something very, 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 very special in store for you for 2025 and 2024. It's just getting better and better. Getting out there and meeting people and people knowing how aligned I am with wellness and well-being and wellness travel and retreats and heart-centered work, heart-centered healing has been a very good thing. And it's funny how the more you do a thing, the more that thing sort of comes your way. So I wanted to share something with you from one of my readings. I read a lot on mental health, on well-being, on personal development. So I brought this book with me because I was like, I have to make it through this book this year. So I wanted to share this with you because wishing you great abundance in 2024. Thank you so much, Renee. And I'm wishing you the same. I am wishing that for all of us because we are working so hard to do good things in this world. And so, yes, I wish you the very same. It has been a pleasure meeting you this year, too. This is about something called the spirit of harmony. So I want to share this with you because I think this is really, really quite fascinating. This says the spirit of harmony is a law that ensures we will never attract a circumstance in our outer world if it is not in harmony with our inner world. Our inner world is our state of consciousness, which consists of our values and beliefs, while our outer world is its reflection. The spirit of harmony creates an infinite amount of ways for you to observe and express your current state. When we create a new state, the spirit of harmony is there to give us experiences in order to express it. But listen to this. Sometimes the spirit of harmony works by giving you hardships or obstacles. Although these times are inevitable, these hardships and obstacles are not actually negative experiences unless you create them as such by perceiving them as so. Check this out. The spirit of harmony knows precisely what you must go through in order for your outer world to reflect your inner world. And it can create these circumstances in a million different ways. The spirit of harmony is forever testing you to see if you are who you say you are, or if you are still in a former state. Now, this is powerful to me. It's very, very, very powerful, because when you think about it, if you say that you want prosperity in your life, if you want abundance in your life, if you want new clients, if you want to grow your business, if you want certain types of clients, if you want better health, if you want anything it is that you want in your life, if your actions are not consistent with what you say that you want, how is it possible for that thing to manifest, right? So it's almost as if there are little tests throughout our lives. You say that you want these types of friendships. Well, what are you allowing in your life? You say that you want more positivity. You want to be around positive people. You want to lift up. You want to be amongst people who are growing and thriving. But are you keeping the types of people around you who are not growing and not thriving? Are you talking about the same things every single day? Let me tell you something. When I see people have titles like CEO and all this kind of thing next to their names, especially on social media, and then I look through their feed, and their feed is filled with memes and jokes and all these kinds of things, that is not in consistency with CEO-like mindset and CEO-like behavior, okay? When I see people say that they want all kinds of things in their lives, and I look at their social media feeds, I see that it's not consistent with what they say that they want. That's what this passage is all about. The spirit of harmony. Harmony in your life is not just peace, like where I am here in Mexico. It's not just that. It's harmony of mind, body, spirit, soul, intentions, actions, beliefs, behaviors. All of that is what creates harmony in our lives. It's doing, seeing, thinking, and believing exactly what you say you want in your life, and believing it as if it has already occurred, as if it has already happened. Stop saying I want and say I am, and see how much that changes your life. Shift from a mindset of what I want and I will to I am, and see how much that changes your life. I am a peaceful person. I am walking in abundance. I am attracting all the things that I want in my life. And when you say I am, it changes so much in your life. It changes the types of things that you tolerate. It changes the type of people that you surround yourself with. It changes the way you govern yourself in your life, your time management, your money management, right? So I thought this was really, really powerful, that to think that the universe or God or spirit, however you want to think of it, that there are little tests that come along. I'm going to tell you something that tested me recently. because I do a lot of personal development work and I'm constantly working on myself. I had someone approach me about doing some work together, and it was going to be a lucrative project. But I knew that there were certain things that the person was saying that just didn't sound like it was authentic to me, didn't sound like it was heart centered. But I was really tempted to move forward with it because I'm thinking, wow, this could be lucrative, this could be, opportunity for other things. But I had to tap into my heart space and remember the power of my intuition, to always trust my intuition, no matter what. Even when I'm questioning my intuition, even when I think that, it could be this, it could be that, just trust it and go with it. And as it turns out, 2 or 3 weeks later, it turned out that the person was very, very, very disingenuous. I looked on their social media feed, and it was the exact opposite of what we talked about. And I was so grateful that I said no to this thing, because what would have happened, and I'm talking about in the harmony realm, what would have happened if I had said, no, it's okay, I'm not going to trust my intuition, I'm going to go with this. What happens is the same things show up in our lives over and over again. There's a saying that the lesson gets repeated until we get the lesson. So I want to share that with you today. As you move into 2024, before you start writing down all of your goals, before you start writing down all of your plans, taking out your planner and writing all these things in your calendar, take some time to do a review, a life review. Take some time to do a harmony review and ask yourself where there's harmony in your life, where there's not harmony in your life. Where is there consistency? Are the things that you say you want consistent with your day-to-day practices, consistent with the day-to-day things that you do, they're consistent with your day-to-day schedule? Look for the things, before you start planning anything new, look for the areas in your life where there is not consistency. And we all have it. We all have areas where there's not harmony. And let's start checking those things off. Let's start eliminating. Let's clear those things out. Before we plant any new seeds for 2024, let's clear out the debris. Let's get rid of those things that are no longer serving us. Let's say goodbye to those relationships that are not thriving, that are not growing, where there's no reciprocity. Because reciprocity is also a part of harmony, right? Where there's reciprocity, there's harmony, there's give and there's take, there's ebb and there's flow. So let's look for those things before we start making all of our goals and vision boards and whatnot. Let's do some clearing out in that regard. And I want you to think about this too. Here's another thing that I want to share from this reading. It says, obstacles are the milestones that will allow you to express a new state. From now on, accept all that comes your way as a necessary component of your transformation. Know that whatever you're going through is meant for you to reach higher states. So as we end this year, let's end it from a place of gratitude, knowing that everything that we have experienced this year, the highs, the lows, the ups, the downs, they have been for our growth. They have been for us to learn. They have been for us to become better, to think better, to do better, to be better, so that we can be better in the world, that our gifts can be magnified for all of humanity, all living beings. We call them all sentient beings. Let's end this year from a place of gratitude, not saying, I'm done with 2023. I'm canceling 2023. Remember, we were all canceling everything. Let's not cancel anything in our lives. Let's just know that everything that we have experienced, even those things we see as obstacles, let's see them as those things that made us better, made us sharper, made us more attentive, woke us up, to the reality of the things that we need to, you know, improve. Let's end this year on a note of gratitude and from a place of harmony and a place of exploration, that we can look and see, wow, this is what I'm going to do differently. This is what I need to let go of. This is how I need to think about this differently, because obstacles are only obstacles if you think that they're obstacles. If you look at obstacles as an obstacle, then that's what they're going to be, right? There's a saying that when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So begin to change how you look at the world, and the world changes. When you change the way you see things, things begin to change. And I know that for a fact. I'm living proof of it. There was a day I could have never, ever been able to go away 4 times, getaways 4 times a year, vacations in between those getaways. There was a time in my life where it was just work, 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 constantly 12-hour shifts, you know, weekends, nights, constant stress. And I made a decision that that was not how I wanted to live anymore. And I put those decisions in action. So at SIVA Health and the SIVA Institute, we say it's mindfulness and compassion in action. It's not enough to talk about the things that we want. It's not enough to put it on a vision board. What it takes is action, right? Small steps. Small steps. A 1-day getaway every quarter. A 2-day getaway every quarter. A 3-day getaway every quarter, and from there on, because then you're showing yourself. Let me say this before we go. You have to love yourself first. When you love yourself first, it teaches everyone else around you how to love you. It also teaches them how to love themselves. Love is the most infectious thing in the world, right? We think hatred is infectious. It is not as infectious as love. And so we have to be able to love ourselves, to care for ourselves, to be good to ourselves. And when we do that, we show everyone else how to do that for themselves as well. So I hope that some of this resonates for you. It's just sort of off the cuff, stream of consciousness, as I always do. It's from my personal growth readings that I keep close at heart, and something that I'm thinking about as I go into the new year. So I hope that what I've shared with you, this whole concept of the spirit of harmony, rethinking how you think about quote-unquote obstacles, and knowing that everything you create in your life starts in here first. Everything starts in the heart space first, okay? So you create your outer world from what your inner world state is. If you're feeling stressed, upset, anxious, all of that, now's the time to go within, to calm those things down so you don't carry that energy into 2024 and create more chaos and stress and whatnot in your new year, okay? So I hope this has been helpful for you. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to spend the rest of my time just sort of taking all of this in and relaxing. And go get in the water and and just be good to myself. So you be well, be good to yourself. Never, ever, ever, ever be afraid to be amazing. I've got some offerings. If you're in the DC and Maryland area, I hope you'll join me at the Design the Life You Deserve 2024 Vision Board Party. That is coming up on January 14th at 12 noon to 3 p.m. Go to my website, sivahealthgroup.com/events, and you can get your ticket there and register for that. I've got some live talks coming up. I think the third Wednesday in January is when we kick off SIVA Stream. So SIVA Stream is me talking to you live about all health-related issues. The first SIVA Stream is going to be about how to get more out of your wellness care this year, how to get more wellness out of your healthcare dollars. Because a lot of you are just going for doctor's appointments and doing your regular checkups and using your FSA funds for like medical care. But I want to talk to you about how to get more wellness care in from your healthcare spending dollars, from your insurance care and whatnot. So if you're not signed up for Siva Stream Access, because that's an access only offering, do go to my website, go to sivahealthgroup.com, click on streaming, get signed up for that. That's how you're going to get the code, and you'll be able to come on with me when I go live to do those teachings. So if you're not signed up for that, it's not going to be lives here on the Instagram, on my Instagram. It's going to be live stream. There'll be handouts that you can access yourself to, freebies, PDFs, all kinds of things, but that's only if you have access to Siva Stream. So go ahead and get signed up for that. I do believe that's the third Wednesday in January, but it will be on the calendar on my website, my calendar of offerings, okay? So get signed up for that. And the Mindful Meal Planner, that's coming out in next week, I guess, the start of January. So if you want that Mindful Meal Planner in 6 weeks and 6 steps to better meal prep, that's a bundle that's going to be released as well. So just get on the mailing list on my website. All of this stuff comes out in my weekly newsletter to keep you abreast of what's coming out, what rollouts are coming. But if you want to kick off your year with better meal planning and know all the ways to set up your kitchen, get all the tools you need, and get yourself off to a positive, healthy, good start for 2024, that bundle is coming out as well too. So it's my Mindful Meal Planner and 6 weeks and 6 steps and 6 weeks and 6 steps to better meal prep. So that too is a rollout. So all the good stuff coming to you. But for right now, just enjoy your holidays. Wishing you peace, joy, happiness, prosperity, good health, abundance, all that good stuff for the new year. Wishing you the happiest of holidays. Be well, be good to yourself, and never, ever, ever, ever be afraid to be amazing. Let me go get in that water. Have a great day. Bye-bye.